Today we're going to go over how to install filter inserts into military circular connectors. So the process is pretty simple. You're going to need your connector, obviously, with pins in it, a mating connector, and the EMI flex filter that you have. So when you look at the filter itself, you're going to see that there's two sides. The reddish side is a Kapton side. The other greenish side with the capacitors is what goes down into the connector. So we're going to bend the ground tabs back 30 to 45 degrees with a pair of tweezers. You can do it with your fingers as well. And the whole idea there is just to get the filter to seat down into the connector a little bit on top of the pins before we actually install it. So we bend those back all the way around on all the ground tabs, and that gives us a little bit of ability to drop it into the connector, as you're going to see. Now you have it prepped and ready to go. Everything else is already ready for you. You align the filter with the connector. The large keyway we typically move to the top. That's the top of the connector, and we're going to take the filter, matching the marking on the filters with the marking inside the connectors to align pin A to pin A on the filter. So as you see, we're going to take the filter here, we're going to adjust it. We'll look for pin A there, we'll look for pin A inside the connector, we're going to drop it in. And we're just going to lightly drop it in, and then we're going to use either a pair of tweezers, you can use the pencil eraser, or you can use your finger to basically push it down a little bit so that the pins are slightly showing, the tips of the pins are slightly showing through the hole penetration area, which we call the X pattern. Now it's basically ready for you to drive into the base of the connector so that the filter's established and placed in the proper location. To do that, you can push down on the filter a little bit first, but then we're basically going to take your mating connector, line it up based on the keyways, make sure you have it oriented properly, make sure the filter's inside the connector, and then push down a little bit, then start to install and mate the connector. As you twist down on a series 3, it's going to force the filter all the way in until it locks. Notice the stubs there, the alignment guides for the connector. You see is it locked in place. Then you go back and inspect the filter. You'll notice it is down at the base of the connector. The grounding tabs are radiating out and touching the edges of the connector. You're ready to go now. You can check it by checking the capacitance on each pin from the shell to the pin, verifying the capacitance that you requested on your filter. That's about it. It's a pretty simple process. If you have any questions, give us a call. EMI Solutions, 949-206-9960, or email us at sales@4emi.com.